Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's May 21st, 2019. Hoping you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day indeed. I want to give you guys a couple updates about the whole situation brewing in the Middle East. All right. First, let's talk about how the congressional leaders were briefed about Iran today. Okay, we saw two stark different reactions, one from the left, one from the right. All right. The left seemed to not be very happy that the Trump administration seems to not really have a plan for escalation against Iran or a plan to come to Congress if there is an escalation or strikes against Iranian targets. Okay? Now, on the right, people like Senator Lindsey Graham came out and they stated that these are very real threats. They're severe threats that Iran is placing on American assets and troops in the region. You know, it seems like we're definitely getting two sides of the story here, okay? Because on one hand, you've got Mark Rubio, Lindsey Graham, former Ambassador John Bolton, certain people in the Trump administration who are stating that this threat is very real, that's severe, it's ongoing. And then you hear people like the new defense secretary coming out and stating that because of U.S. military posturing, there is no more threat from Iran, okay? You hear Trump saying that we don't want a war against Iran. Pompeo stating that we're not looking for a war. All right, so you have two different things being said here. Okay, it's something that this White House has had a problem with. It's the lack of communication. It seems like everyone's on a different page. All right, but something that I just find kind of troubling. Okay, but congressional leaders, different politicians were briefed today about the Iranian threat against the U.S. assets and troops in the region. Okay. Now, Rouhani, I hope I'm saying that correctly, the president of Iran is apparently seeking wartime executive power currently, okay? Because Iran stated multiple times that they're not coming to the table, all right? They're saying that this is a time for resistance. The IRGC is coming out and basically saying they're at war with the United States of America, all right? We have another thing to hit on is U.S. politicians basically coming out of that briefing and saying, well, we know Iran was behind the oil tankers getting hit and the Saudi pipeline getting hit, and they're pretty sure they're behind the rocket that fell in the green zone by the U.S. Embassy, okay? We've heard the United States of America come out several times, different Trump officials, and state that if there was any clear indication that Iran had been backing all these, or they'd be the mastermind of all these, that there would be consequences, okay? Now, we're seeing General Dunford of the Joint Chiefs, he was supposed to meet with NATO allies. That is canceled, all right? That trip is canceled. He's no longer going on it because of commitments that he has to make inside or in Washington, D.C., okay? Now, a lot of people saw that and they immediately thought, okay, wow, this could be it. This could be U.S. ready to hit Iranian proxies or Iran itself, all right? But then we saw the United States of America, the State Department, Trump officials come out and state that Syria, once again, looks like they're using chemical weapons, all right? Syria and Russia will say that it was the White Helmets or it was a third party. It's a false flag, all right? Well, Western allies will say this is Assad, once again, using chlorine-type bombs, all right? He's using chemical weapons against his own people. And the last time this happened, the last time this occurred, we saw strikes within a week from the United States of America, all right? Do we see this again? All right. Is this the reason why Dunford is not going to meet with his NATO allies? He canceled that trip. Perhaps it's because the United States of America is about to strike Syria once again. Perhaps it doesn't have anything to do with us striking Iranian targets or Iranian proxies, okay? Maybe we're just going to hit Assad like we did a year ago, all right? Those are two big things that are going on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I left out. We had a couple intercepts happen today. Russian jets, Russian bombers were intercepted. But that's something that, it happens more often than not. All right, it happens more often than we believe or we think it happens. And so I don't think this is a huge escalation. It's kind of like the U.S. sailing warships through the Chinese Strait, all right, between China and Taiwan, the South China Sea. This happens, all right. I don't think it's anything that's going to escalate a situation between the United States and Russia. I think the big things to watch right now, and especially within the next week, are U.S. and Iran, and then U.S. and Syria because of this supposed chemical weapons attack. Okay, very very serious situations that we have to continue to watch. I know that it seems like there's been a couple days where tensions have been easing, but if you look at comments made on the Iranian side, it looks like it's nothing more than bolstering, right? They say they're not going to get bullied around. This is a time for resistance. This is time for warfare. They have their president seeking wartime executive power. The IRGC always, 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 all right, is blusterous with their words. We have a lot of assets in that region. Perfect time for a false flag to occur if one does, okay? Because there are definitely people within the United States of America who want to have a war with Iran, that have been trying to have a war with Iran for a long time, and this is the closest that I've ever seen coming to an actual hot conflict, all right? I can't think of anything else that happened today. I'm probably missing quite a few things. But as more information about it comes out, I'll let you guys know. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it, all right? Grab a beer, say a few prayers, and as always, keep your eyes to the skies. God bless.